In a joint cast interview with Entertainment Weekly, Captain America actor Anthony Mackie was asked how significant the events of 2008's The Incredible Hulk are to Captain America: Brave New World, given a number of characters from that movie might turn up in this new flick. So in response, Mackie might have suggested that Hulk shows up in Brave New World. So we do have the exact quote, punctuated by what sounds like knowing interjections from Harrison Ford, who's taking over the mantle for Thunderbolt Ross / Red Hulk. So let's go. So we got Mackie saying the events of Hulk and his film don't pertain to this movie at all. And Ford's like, aw, come on, man. And Mackie's like, when he shows up, not Red Hulk, the other Hulk. There are multiple Hulks. So when he shows up, and Harrison Ford's like, there are? Mackie's like, there's only one. Ford is like, okay, man, good. Mackie's like, that's it, solid. There will never be another Red Hulk. And Ford's like, okay, I'm happy, go on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Mackie's like, when he shows up, his world, his universe, his story is completely separate from the way we use him in our story. So does that sound like Anthony Mackie just revealed that the Hulk, as we know him, will appear in Brave New World? Well, a lot of fans, myself included, seem to think so. And like, when you think about it, really mull it over, it would make a lot of sense. As we've seen from the Brave New World trailer, we've got Red Hulk facing off against Sam Wilson. And on paper, that doesn't sound like a fight Wilson will have much of a chance of winning, given he doesn't have any powers to speak of. Unless he does become powered up during the course of the movie, we could get some surprises. Now, fans have speculated. Cap's gonna need a bit of a hand taking on Red Hulk, and that hand may turn out to be big and green. So the suggestion is that Bruce Banner's Hulk makes a dramatic entrance and gives Red Hulk the kaboom pow he deserves. Yes, this is all technically speculation despite Mackie's confusing comments. Marvel and its head honcho Kevin Feige have yet to confirm the Hulk's appearance, and it's Kevin Feige. He's not gonna say anything. Maybe we're reading a little too much into it. Maybe Anthony Mackie misspoke. Maybe he didn't. Which, oh boy, if he leaked, he's gonna get some phone calls. He's been kinda chatty in terms of how excited he is for this film, and I can't blame him. It's been fun watching him reference his on-again, off-again playful feud with Tom Holland. So when asked in an interview what he's most excited for people to see about Brave New World, he's like, I'm excited for Tom Holland to see my movie. He's my date to the premiere. Zendaya, whatever you need to do, come with your friend or something, but Tom's coming with me. He's gonna sit right there, he's gonna watch the movie, and I'm gonna watch him watch the movie. And then I'm gonna get feedback. So this is all in reference to when the two were at a convention back in 2018 doing typical back and forth jabbing, and Mackie talked about not watching Spider-Man: Homecoming. Mackie's like, yeah, I guess I need to see it, and when Tom Holland found out, he was shocked, along with the entire audience. But Holland used it to his advantage and was like, yeah, I haven't seen the Falcon movie. Oh no, there isn't one, sorry. Now, when you look at this whole cast, it's not exactly going to be a spoiler-heavy cast. Sorry, Tom Holland. You're bad for that. Harrison Ford recently had a very stupid question while appearing in another interview at San Diego Comic-Con. He was with all of his cast members, so this was completely ridiculed. The iconic actor was asked to compare Red Hulk to Indiana Jones, and he wasn't having any of it. So it was during the cast interview, and Entertainment Weekly's Gerard Hall asked Harrison Ford, who deals better with snakes, Indy or Ross? Harrison Ford responded, oh, this is a who shot first, Greedo or Han Solo, referring to a long-running debate among Star Wars fans that he gets asked about all the freaking time. He said, and this is amazing, I've always treated these questions with the utmost respect and somehow, at the same time, complete disdain. I will not answer that stupid question. And everybody howled in laughter. And he's like, oh, but thank you. Delighted to have the opportunity. The sarcasm was oozing. Harrison Ford also revealed that he has been trolling Marvel fans since he was cast as Red Hulk by pretending that he did not know what the character was. So if you didn't know, he was cast as Thunderbolt Ross. He was taking over the mantle from William Hurt, who passed away in 2022. And he made a lot of headlines and started debates everywhere when he was like, what is a Red Hulk? When he was asked about his role. Now, following the Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con, Entertainment Weekly once again asked like, do you really not know who Red Hulk is? And he replied very sarcastically, no, thank you very much. That's how dumb I am. Yes, I did know, and I thought it was a fabulous secret to keep. He said this of his joke. Unfortunately, the secret's out of the bag. But what I do not know is what the Red Hulks do, which is very interesting to me. Jeepers folks, that is 0 for 2 for Entertainment Weekly versus Harrison Ford. Also at San Diego Comic-Con, MCU newcomer Giancarlo Esposito joined the cast on stage and answered the questions that Marvel fans have wondered since his casting was announced in May. What villain is he playing? And the answer turned out to be the King of the Serpent Society, Seth Volker. Sidewinder, which is really interesting because here's the thing. Back in January, there were rumors swirling around everywhere online that the Serpent Society had been completely removed from the movie. But if you look at the footage from San Diego Comic-Con, it's back, it's here. The panel at Comic-Con showed off footage that pointed to this movie being a political thriller. You've got Sam Wilson saying this is BS, he's saying this to President Ross, and then the president starts growling, this is politics. And then everything goes into action mode. But it was really the room-shaking sounds of Harrison Ford's transformation into Red Hulk that had everybody going woohoo! So what do we know for sure about all of this? So the movie actually wrapped principal photography before the big strikes last year, but post-production was kinda delayed because, well, you had some big strikes. And then the film underwent extensive reshoots to add new action sequences and a new villain after poor test scores. Marvel Studios also tapped Matthew Orton to write new material for the reshoots. So we now know that a good chunk of that was to add in Giancarlo Esposito and to really add in Sidewinder. So I'm guessing they had to get rid of anything previously involving Kang for reasons. Yes, I know technically reshoots don't mean the film was technically performing poor, and Marvel has always scheduled additional photography after test audience showings just to try and make sure everything's perfect. But it's not exactly common for a film to add a whole new villain played by a big actor this late in the process. And it seems like Esposito is eventually going to get his own series, and rightfully so, but this is going to be the introduction into the MCU. And we've also got Esposito saying that his character will return in the MCU, which is very promising, which also suggests that the Serpent Society as a whole is going to be a big deal going forward. And then you've got, Captain America facing off against Red Hulk. You've also got Tim Blake, Nelson's leader, and the Serpent Society, which means everybody's gonna have their work cut out for them. Which, fingers crossed, this is gonna be great. So according to the official statements, this movie's gonna follow the new adventures of Captain America, who is now Sam Wilson, and it's gonna follow the events of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We've also got Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres in Falcon, Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, Liv Tyler as Betty Ross, Shira Haas as Sabra, and then we've got some other folks. We've got Seth Rollins, Rosa Salazar. They've been cast in currently technically undisclosed roles. Now last I heard, Seth Rollins was rumored to play Cobra as part of the Serpent Society. Rosa Salazar, Diamondback. Now technically, this isn't the first time the Serpent Society has been associated with the MCU. Just the first time for real. Back in 2014, Marvel Studios set up an epic fan event out of the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, where they announced all the films coming for Phase 3 of the MCU, including Chadwick Boseman's casting as Black Panther, and what was originally set to be a two-part Avengers Infinity War movie that would later be broken up into Infinity War and Endgame. But at the start of all those festivities, Kevin Feige, the man that he is, threw everybody for a loop by saying this new Captain America movie is going to be Captain America Serpent Society. Now, look, it wasn't completely out of the realm of possibility, given how the villain group was originally comprised of members that were kinda sorta hell-bent on tainting Captain's good name. But then later on in the event, Feige was like, just kidding, it's Civil War. Well, that's all folks, I've been Alexa, see ya!